In my journeys, I've walked paths that many only dream of. But one day, I came upon a village, untouched by the world beyond its borders. The people here lived in harmony, yet a quiet fear lingered. None had ever ventured beyond the mountains that encircled them. "Why have you never left?" I asked an elder. She smiled softly and said, "The unknown is vast, and we are safe here. Beyond these mountains lie risks we cannot see or understand." But as I stayed longer, I noticed another story within the village. The land, once fertile and abundant, could no longer be harvested. The wells, once a source of life, were drying up. The villagers were struggling to survive, yet their fear of the unknown kept them bound to their small world. I couldn't ignore their plight, so I decided to help. Every 5 days, I would bring food from the outside world. While they were grateful, it was never enough to feed the entire village. I pleaded with them to join me in gathering more from the lands beyond, but each time they refused. Their fear was a wall they couldn't climb. "You are stronger than you know," I said, "and the world outside is not as cruel as you imagine. Together, we can find what you need." But my words could not break the chains of their doubt. Then, one evening, a young boy stepped forward. His voice trembled, but his eyes were filled with determination. "I will go with you," he said. The villagers watched in silence, their fear reflected in their hesitant glances. The next morning, the boy joined me. His eyes were shaky, but his steps were resolute. The boy marveled at every step. He touched the bark of trees he had never seen, gasped at the sight of a distant valley, and listened to the symphony of birdsong in awe. At one point, he turned to me with tears in his eyes. "It's so beautiful," he said. When we returned to the village with baskets of food, his excitement was contagious. "The world is so big and beautiful," he exclaimed. "It's nothing like the stories we feared." His words lit a fire within the hearts of the villagers. For the first time, they began to wonder. Perhaps the outside world was not as frightening as they had believed. Encouraged by the boy's bravery, a small group volunteered to go with me on the next journey. As they walked, their confidence grew. They laughed at their earlier hesitation, finding joy in the journey itself. At the top of the mountain, they gazed out at a horizon they had never imagined. Rolling hills, glimmering lakes, and endless possibilities. The elder who had once spoken of the dangers beyond whispered through tears, "It is beautiful. Why did we wait so long?" "Because fear kept you safe," I said gently. "But safety is not the same as living. You've taken the first step. Now the world is yours to explore." The young boy's courage had transformed the village. What once was a place bound by fear was now alive with curiosity and hope. I left soon after, knowing their journey had just begun. The mountains they once feared had become a bridge to something greater. Fear will always exist, but so will the courage to overcome it.